Did you know that nearly half of seniors over the age of 60 are living with a dangerous condition right now, without even realizing it? It doesn't cause pain. It doesn't make loud warning signals. It creeps in quietly, damaging your body year after year until suddenly, one day it becomes life-threatening. I'm talking about high blood pressure, the silent killer. Why do doctors call it that? Because for years, sometimes even decades, you may not notice a single symptom. Yet during that time, your blood vessels are being strained, your heart is overworked, your kidneys are slowly weakened, and even your brain is at risk. And here's the shocking truth. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 adults worldwide has high blood pressure, and more than half don't even know it. Among seniors, the numbers are even higher. It is one of the leading causes of strokes, heart attacks, kidney failure, and dementia. But here's the good news: you are not powerless. In fact, with a few simple changes in your daily routine, you can take control, protect your heart, protect your brain, and add more healthy years to your life. So today, let's uncover the truth about this silent killer, and more importantly, the steps you can take starting right now to protect yourself before it's too late. What exactly is the silent killer? High blood pressure, also called hypertension, is when the force of blood pushing against the walls of your arteries is consistently too high. Think of your arteries like a garden hose. If the water pressure is gentle, the hose lasts for years. But if the pressure is too strong, day after day, the hose begins to wear out, leak, and eventually burst. That's exactly what happens inside your body, and here's the challenge for seniors. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become stiffer. The heart has to pump harder, and pressure rises. That's why hypertension is far more common after 60. But many seniors ignore it, because most of the time, it doesn't hurt. Until suddenly it does. In the form of a stroke, a heart attack, or kidney damage. Let's break down how you can spot the risks, take action, and outsmart this silent killer. Point 1. Know your numbers. The very first step is awareness. If you never check your blood pressure, you'll never know you're in danger. And waiting for symptoms is a dangerous mistake, because high blood pressure often doesn't show obvious signs. Doctors recommend seniors get their blood pressure checked at least once a month, and ideally keep a simple home monitor. Here's what to look for. A healthy blood pressure is generally around 120/80. If your numbers are consistently above 130/80, that's a red flag. Above 140/90, and you're officially in the danger zone. Have you ever noticed how quickly things can change when you actually start tracking them? When you keep an eye on your numbers, you'll spot trends early. That gives you the power to make changes before it's too late. So the first tip is simple but powerful. Know your numbers. Point 2. Watch the salt. Did you know that just 1 teaspoon of salt contains more sodium than your body needs in an entire day? Seniors often consume far more salt than they realize, hidden in bread, canned soups, sauces, and especially processed foods. Why does salt matter? Because sodium pulls water into your blood vessels, increasing volume and raising blood pressure. It's like overfilling a balloon. More water inside means more pressure on the walls, but here's the encouraging part. Reducing salt can lower your blood pressure in just weeks. Instead of processed snacks, choose fresh fruits or unsalted nuts. Flavor your meals with herbs, garlic, or lemon instead of a salt shaker. Read labels and look for low sodium versions. Imagine this. You cut back just a little each day, and suddenly your heart isn't straining as hard. Your blood flows easier. You feel lighter, clearer, more energized. That's the power of watching your salt. Point 3. Move your body, but gently. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to protect yourself. Even small, consistent movement makes a huge difference. Walking, gardening, gentle stretching, or dancing in your living room, these all count. When you move, your blood vessels expand, your heart pumps more efficiently, and your pressure comes down. Exercise is like oil for your body. It keeps everything flowing smoothly. Science shows that just 30 minutes of moderate activity most days can lower blood pressure by up to 10 points. That's as powerful as some medications. So ask yourself, what simple activity brings you joy? A morning walk with a friend, playing with the grandkids, light yoga? Start there. Your body doesn't need perfection. It just needs consistency. Point 4. Eat for your heart. What you eat every day is either fueling the silent killer or fighting it. There's a proven way of eating called the DASH diet. Dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Don't worry, you don't need to memorize rules. It's simple. More fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, lean proteins like fish and chicken. Less processed foods, sugary drinks, red meats, and salty snacks. Foods rich in potassium, like bananas, sweet potatoes, and spinach, help balance out sodium. Foods high in fiber help your arteries stay clear and flexible. Picture this: a plate filled with colorful vegetables, a piece of grilled salmon, a side of brown rice, and fresh berries for dessert. Not only is it delicious, it's actively fighting the silent killer inside your body. Point 5. Manage stress before it manages you. Have you ever noticed how your blood pressure seems to spike when you're upset? Stress floods your body with hormones that tighten blood vessels and speed up your heart. Chronic stress is like keeping your foot on the gas pedal all day. It wears your system down. But here's the hopeful news: calming your mind calms your pressure. Deep breathing, even for just 5 minutes, helps. Gentle music, prayer, or meditation can work wonders. Connecting with friends, laughing, and sharing stories lowers stress naturally. You don't need hours a day, just small, daily moments of peace. Point 6. Sleep is medicine. Too many seniors underestimate the healing power of sleep. Poor sleep, less than 6 hours a night, has been linked to higher blood pressure and greater risk of heart problems. When you sleep, your blood pressure naturally dips, giving your heart and vessels a much-needed rest. But if your sleep is constantly interrupted, that rest never happens. Practical tips: go to bed at the same time each night. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Picture yourself waking up refreshed, with energy for the day ahead. That's not just comfort, that's protecting your heart. Point 7. Be careful with alcohol and smoking. This one may sound obvious, but it's worth repeating. Alcohol raises your pressure, and smoking damages your blood vessels. Together, they create a ticking time bomb. If you drink, keep it moderate. No more than 1 glass a day for women, 2 for men. And if you smoke, know this: quitting at any age brings immediate benefits. Your pressure improves, your circulation heals, and your risk of heart attack drops. Point 8. Take medications seriously. Some seniors think, I feel fine, so maybe I don't need these pills anymore. But remember, the silent killer doesn't cause symptoms until it's too late. Stopping your medication suddenly can send your pressure skyrocketing. If your doctor prescribed blood pressure medication, it's because they know your risks. Always follow their instructions, and if you feel side effects, talk to them about alternatives. Think of medicine as a safety net. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Point 9. Watch for warning signs. Although high blood pressure is usually silent, sometimes it whispers. If you notice frequent headaches, dizziness, blurred vision, chest pain, or shortness of breath, don't ignore them. These can be signs your pressure is dangerously high. Imagine catching it early and preventing a stroke. That's the power of paying attention to even small signals. Point 10. Build a support system. You don't have to face the silent killer alone. Having friends or family who check in, walk with you, or even cook healthy meals together makes the journey easier. And don't underestimate the power of encouragement. Studies show people who make lifestyle changes with support are far more successful than those who try alone. So ask yourself, who can walk this journey with you? A friend, a spouse, a neighbor, even an online community. Together, you can outsmart the silent killer. Final wrap-up: high blood pressure truly is the silent killer that many seniors ignore until it's too late. But it doesn't have to be your story. When you know your numbers, cut back on salt, stay active, eat heart friendly foods, manage stress, get good sleep, avoid harmful habits, take your medications, watch for warning signs, and lean on support. You take control. Picture yourself years from now, still strong, still independent, still enjoying life, because you chose today to act against the silent killer. The truth is, aging is not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. And by protecting your heart, your brain, and your blood vessels, you're giving yourself the gift of more vibrant, healthy days. So don't ignore the silent killer. Confront it, control it, and claim the healthier future that belongs to you.